Welcome back. So last time we were here, we got our little player sprite up and moving around the screen a little bit. We're going to package that player sprite up and then see about building a better mouse cursor. And should be easier to explain why we need a better mouse cursor once we get to that point. So, let's get some of this extra code out of the way. I don't like these files getting so big. Ideally, I like to keep my files under 100 lines if I can get away with it, and most of the time I can. And the easiest way to do that is to get all of these classes out into their own files. So we're going to do that. And rather than deleting all that player code, we are going to create a sprite class. That's probably a fine idea. In my own update function, I'm just incrementing, but factoring the time is usually a good idea. At some point, we're going to create some point and vector objects to encapsulate that even better. Alright. We're going to pre-calculate our palette colors like so. And yeah, the 3 dots converts the array into the list of parameters that the get4 function needs. Sprite is a combination of 4 tiles. I'm trying to think exactly how I want to handle this. I think we're gonna just have the visual information as part of the constructor. Initialize the position to 0. XT and YT are the tile positions, like within the tile set. I'm trying to decide if I want to pass the entire tile set object into this thing. I think I do. this changes to tile index +1. And this needs to go to the next row, which is like you just add the number of tiles per row, and then the final one should be the tile index plus the tiles per row plus 1. That should give us all 4 of our tiles. And I'm replacing the 8s with the actual value inside the tile set object. Parameterizing that now will save us pain later if the tile set ever changes. There we go. That will do for now. It is not the end of the story for the Sprite class. But now we can get that out of the way. And then just gotta render our player and update our player. And what do you think? And let's see, I think xt was 0 and yt was 14, I think. We'll know really quickly if that was wrong. You know what? I'm just going back to the get history, because we also need these 4 values. Yeah, 0, 14 for the tile position. Alright, let's see what that does. Oh, it's going to bug out because we changed this. We check the error. Palette is not defined. Well, then let's define it. And then, file not found. Oh, the import was wrong. But was it? Let's see. Yeah, that's wrong. Tile set not defined. Oh yeah, because we need to use this tile set. Color's not defined. That makes sense. Oh, let me think. Okay, so that does need the whole colors array. Trying to decide if I want to deal with adding the TypeScript compiler to this whole thing. Set pixels not defined. Just not sure. I mean, writing in pure JavaScript is fun. TypeScript adds some overhead. It's good practice because most of the work I do is in JavaScript, TypeScript, excuse me. File not found. Oh, right. Also, the IntelliSense still works, and autocomplete would still work a lot better in TypeScript. That's why the Electron setup is requiring me to put a .js at the end of every file import. Which is not the worst thing, it's just a little bit annoying. Oh, it's not display.js, it's display/index.js. Okay. Whoa, and that's way too fast. Let's make this guy move a lot slower now that we're scaling it by time. Well, that was weird. Oh, because I bet you when we're rendering, we're not flooring the pixel values. Works a little bit slow. There, I can live with that for now. And basically what I'm going to be doing with the mouse cursor, what I want to do, is make it so that it's like you see the system mouse cursor if you're over this black portion here or outside the window, but as soon as you enter the blue portion, I want the operating system mouse cursor to disappear and to render a sprite-based mouse cursor instead that will use pixel-based movements instead of like virtual pixels instead of real pixels. It'll make it easier to select whatever's on the screen. But let's start by wiring up the event listeners. The touch move and the mouse move. Well, no, touch move is a different concept. Just gotta grab mouse move. And I might be able to grab that convert position from the other project I was working on. But, yeah. We're just gonna log the position. Convert position is not defined. Well, of course not. Did I not comment that out? No, I did not. Okay. So here's the problem. When you go to the top left of this blue section, that should be x equals 0 and y equals 0. Instead, it is x at somewhere between 3 and 8, and y is at 105. I want those coordinates to match what's going on with that little player. If the player is at 0, 0, then you should be at 0, 0. If you're hovering, like, you should be able to select individual pixels here, not like subpixels. Which will, it'll matter more a little bit later on. So I don't think I'm going to get into all that math on this video. I think we can start by designing a mouse cursor, though, which is kind of going to be its own thing. And I gotta decide how I want to do that. I wonder if we have a tile for that. We don't have a tile for that. Let me think. I'm gonna have to draw something. Just a second here while I load up our image. And I guess we'll put it at the bottom near our font. Pencil. We need a small pencil. It's been so long since I've used GIMP. Yeah, it's still a 3x3. I need a 1x1. There we go. And colors. There we go. Let me think. How big do I want to make this thing? You know, I think I'm going to just use a single tile for the mouse cursor. I can always change it later. So let's just scribble something in. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe something like that? That's kind of mouse cursor-ish. To export, replace that, export, and you are done. Alright, I have kind of simple mouse cursor. We need to know where it is on the screen. XT and YT. XT is 0. YT is the image, height is 256. Divided by 8 means it's 32 rows. The bottom one is 31, so go up 2 rows should be row 29. Then the colors, -1, 0, 0, 5, 5, 5. So it should be all white. Black will be converted to transparent, white will be converted to white, and then the other two we don't care about, but let's mark them -1. And we'll put that in the middle of the screen. Alright, let's take a look. And I forgot something. What'd I forget? Cannot read width. Oh, because we need to create the context before we start referring to it. We'll just do that first. Oh, that's too big. That's funny, but you can't see the mouse cursor there. I'm going to refer to a size 2 sprite as like a full-size sprite, and if the size equals 1, we're going to render a single tile. So the size equals 1, we're just going to render the first one and duck out, otherwise we'll render the rest of the thing. And set the size here. Check for errors. Size is not defined. Oh, come on. This dot size. It's like I'm programming in C#. Keep forgetting my this dots. There you go. So we have a mouse cursor, and in our next video, we are going to try to make the mouse cursor follow the mouse, which is going to take more math than you might expect. So, looking forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining me. Later.